Hey guys, I'm Lauren, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here and I'm going to be filming a hair care video for you. I'm going to be running through all the hairstyling products that I use to keep my hair in good condition. I'm going to run through all the hairstyling tools that I use to style my hair with, and just bits and bobs, and just talk to you a little bit about my hair, my background, and what I found help keeps it in good condition. For example, I was blonde before I was brunette, and I used to change my hair colour literally like once a year. I'd be blonde and I'd go back to brunette and then I'd go back to blonde. I used to get bored, so it went through a patch where it was quite damaged as well. So I can advise you guys, if you have damaged hair, what I used and what helped me to get my hair back to the condition that it's sort of in now, where it's at its best that it's been for a long time. So first of all, I'm going to run through what I use for my day-to-day shampoo and conditioning and deep conditioning treatments. At the minute, I've been using the Wella Fusion shampoo. I absolutely love this shampoo. Another favourite of mine is also the Redken shampoos. I absolutely love them. If you have damaged hair, they do an anti-snap, which is the blue range, and they're really good if your hair is blonde and it needs a lot of protein and it's damaged and over processed. It helps build your hair back up and get it back to a patch where it's kind of strong again, and that's really helpful. Like everything in that range, so they do the shampoo, the conditioner, they do an anti-snap treatment, and loads of little bits you can use, and it all helps get your hair back to better condition. If your hair's already in good condition, you don't really need to be using shampoo and conditioner with protein in it very often. So that's why I changed from that range to this range, and I've been loving this. This is really good for putting moisture in your hair, and it's an intense repair shampoo as well. It's got a lot of silk in it, so it helps make your hair feel like super lush, shiny. As you can see, my hair's quite shiny, and I feel like this has helped that a lot. There's no point in using shampoos and conditioners that are going to damage your hair or make it worse. So when you go to Tesco, for example, or large supermarkets, they might sell brands such as Tresemme, Pantene. These all have like silicones in them, which are really bad for your hair. They coat your hair to make it sort of look and feel like it's good, but it's actually not helping your hair at all. It's just giving you the impression that it's in good condition. So I definitely advise you guys to spend a bit of money and invest in your hair and buy expensive shampoos and conditioners, because it honestly really makes such a difference. So this says it also instantly helps against breakage rather, due to climbing and mechanical damage. So if you're putting a lot of heat on your hair, which I do. So I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but you are meant to use a clarifying shampoo. It says once to twice a week, but I think you need to use it maybe once every 1 to 2 weeks, because it does pull everything out of your hair. So what a clarifying shampoo does is it takes all of the product buildup out of your hair. So if you're going to use a lot of oils and things like that, or products, that all builds up on top of your hair and coats your hair. So you need to use a clarifying shampoo to get that out of your hair, and just get it back to scratch. So I use the Joico K-Pak clarifying shampoo. This range of shampoo and conditioners are also my favourite. So I love Redken, and I also love Joico and Wella. They're my 3 top, and I don't really use anything else. I kind of mooch between those 3 brands. So if you're looking for something to try, definitely recommend those 3. But yeah, Joico also do a really good range of shampoo and conditioners for sort of damaged hair as well, which is really good, or just normal hair. Like within Redken and Joico and Wella, for example, there will be different ranges of hair products to suit your hair. So if you have like curly hair, if you have damaged hair, if you have dry hair, there'll be something that will suit your hair needs, if that makes sense. This was £15, so it is quite expensive, but it's definitely worth spending the money so that it actually works. I was sad because Bumble and Bumble, which are also a lovely brand, they do a lot of vegan and sulfate-free products. That's why I like them, but they are very expensive. They used to do a clarifying shampoo, but they stopped making it, so I was kind of sad about that. So this has replaced that, and I love it. It's very good. So if you're looking to try a clarifying shampoo, this I recommend. So to match the shampoo that I have from Wella, the Fusion shampoo, can't speak, that is a litre bottle as well, by the way, guys. You can get smaller ones. You don't have to buy the massive expensive one. I just bought that because it's effort. I get through it quite quick. I do actually wash my hair as well to add. I wash my hair twice a week. I have extensions in. My hair is quite long. It comes down to about here, but I have extensions in just for that little bit of extra length, and my hair's already quite thick, so it's not really for thickness, it's just for the length. I cut my hair off and I kind of had an instant regret moment. So yeah, I wash my hair twice a week. And I use dry shampoo in between if my hair gets a little bit greasy. I just use the brunette dry shampoo, and I really like it. So on like the last day, if I've gone 3 days, I'll just spray a bit of that in and I'm good to go. It's also not good to wash your hair too often. So if you're washing your hair every single day or every other day, it's quite bad. You need your hair to build up like natural oils and give your scalp the moisture that it needs, and your hair as well. It really helps your hair if you can leave it for longer periods of time. But do what I do and just use some dry shampoo. Moving on, I have, if I don't drop it, the Wella Fusion Mask. This matches, as I say, the Fusion shampoo, and this is literally amazing, guys. This is the best hair mask that I've ever used in my life. I think this is the 3rd one that I've bought. I've tried loads of other ones, expensive ones, and this is by far the best. This one's 500 mils. It smells amazing. Smells so good, and it literally makes your hair feel like, as it says, silk, basically. Like amazing, amazing, amazing. I can't recommend this enough. It's just so moisturizing and it makes your hair feel brand spanking new. So this also helps against breakage. It does the same as the shampoo does. So it instantly helps to protect against breakage due to combing and mechanical damage. So just day-to-day damage, basically. So you leave it in your hair, damp hair, and you leave it in for like 5 minutes. You can leave it in for longer. Sometimes if I'm doing something around the house, I'll chuck this on, and I'll even put like a hair bag over my head. Do you know what I mean? Like a hair hat. And it keeps the moisture in your hair, because obviously it's not drying out due to just walking around with it out in the open. So if you chuck that on and leave it on for like half an hour, you're onto a winner. So next I want to talk about my hair colour. So I actually did hairdressing for 2 years when I was younger. I think I was 20 at the time. And I did my level 1 and 2 NVQ in hair. I don't do hairdressing anymore. I just did it at college and then I never sort of went on with it. But my mum's a hairdresser. She was when she was younger, and my sister did hairdressing as well. So we've all got a pretty decent amount of knowledge when it comes to hair. As I say, I've coloured my hair so much, whether that be at home or like at the salon. I had purple hair, bright purple hair. I've had blonde hair numerous times, then gone back to brunette. So I've always changed my hair. I've actually stopped colouring my hair because it was just not growing. These layers that have been in my hair I've had since I was so young, and because I kept bleaching my hair, they just never would grow. So I actually dye my hair at home. I use salon colours, and I'm just going to show you what I use, because a lot of you ask what colour my hair actually is on my Instagram posts, what level it is and where, like what it is. So I actually buy this from Sally's. It is the X100P, I think that's how you say it, or XP100 range. Looks like this. You can buy this online from Sally's. It's just a hair store. You've probably heard of it. They have it in America, I think, and also the UK. It's a wholesalers. So I use this colour, which is the permanent hair colour. So this is the colour my hair is now. I've literally just coloured my roots yesterday. When I have my extensions in between visiting the salon and having them done, I literally just colour like this top box bit of my hair, and also round like my hairline where my regrowth grows through. I don't recommend, if you can avoid it, to use box dyes. They're a lot harder to get out of your hair, and they're not as, say for example you have a picture of a hair, it is not as likely to come out true to what it shows you as a salon colour, for example. So that's why I always use salon colours, and rather go to the wholesalers and buy a colour, because it's going to be more true to what it shows you it's going to be like. And you can also have a look at the book and the swatches of the hair shades in the book, the wholesalers, and see what it actually looks like. So this is the number 5, level 5. 1 would be the darkest, so 1 would be like the blackest black hair, and 10 would be super blonde. So yeah, this is actually meant to be, funnily enough, a light intense brown. It's definitely not. I always say that whatever colour you want to be, say for example you want to be a black, you don't need to get a number 1, for example. You could get a 4 or a 3 level kind of a colour, and that will be really dark. I'd say mine's not black, but mine is definitely a dark brown, so it's definitely not a light brown. They always come out darker, whether you get a colour at the salon or a colour just from like the supermarket that's a box dye. They always come out a lot darker than they say they're going to, so just bear that in mind. So I basically use this permanent hair colour. I get a weighing scales and I use the cream developer. You mix the two together if you want to try this at home. There'll probably be a more in-depth YouTube tutorial if you want to watch someone else's, but what I do is it's equal parts with this. So if I use 50 mils of hair colour to do my roots with, I'll use 50 mils of this, and I just weigh it on the scales. So I put 50 mil in on 0 after I've put the bowl down. So press 0 so it doesn't take the bowl's weight into consideration, obviously. Put 50 mil of this colour in and 50 mil of the cream developer. I use a 10 volume, 3% cream developer, and yeah, equal parts, mix it together, and I just apply it to my root area with a lovely brush. This is quite a big one. And I just put this around my hairline and just do my top box when I've got extensions in. When obviously my extensions are out, I'll do like a full head. So every sort of couple months, 2 months to 2.5 months, I'll do like a full head of colour, and in between I'll do every 4 to 6 weeks, I'll just do my roots. So yeah, if you're wondering what colour I actually use in my hair is, it's this and level 5. Light intense brown. They do a 5.35, which is a chocolate brown. I really like these because they have got a little bit of warmth to them, so they look really, really nice in the sunlight or the light. So guys, I'm just going to show you my favourite brush at the minute. This is a Brushworks brush. I think it's about £8, £8 to £10, something like that. And this is just a really good wet and dry hairbrush, and I love it. It's got good ventilation. It's got little honeycomb parts which just let the heat through if you're like blow drying your hair or anything like that. So I love this, really recommend. I take this everywhere with me. It is the best. I don't really like bristle hairbrushes. I much prefer plastic. I just feel like it feels a lot kinder to your hair, to be honest. So that's why I like these kind of brushes. So guys, next I want to talk about OLAPLEX. This stuff is amazing if your hair's not damaged. If it is damaged, it's just amazing. You need it in your hair care routine. I couldn't recommend it enough. When my hair was going blonde, I would always have OLAPLEX in my bleach to just keep my hair in good condition, because obviously bleach is really damaging. And then afterwards, I would always use it in my hair care routine to keep the integrity of my hair. It just stops your hair from being fried, to be honest, and your hair can put up with a lot more if you're using OLAPLEX than it would be able to without it, basically. So in the salon, they would use the number 2. So basically you put a stronger version of this number 3 in your hair. This is the one you can kind of do at home. In the salon, they'll use a number 2. So I'm going to talk to you about this one because this is what you can just go and buy from online anywhere. Use this before you shampoo and condition your hair. You towel dry it, so you get it damp, you towel dry it, and then you can put this in your hair, and this basically repairs and strengthens your hair. This is patented to build the bonds back in your hair that's been broken, so split ends, damaged hair shafts. It will fix those, literally fix them from inside. So this is crazy technology, guys. It's amazing. It's like revolutionary. If you've not heard of it already, you probably have at this point in life. But if you haven't used it, it honestly is just life-changing. You don't need a lot. It is expensive, but it is worth, in my opinion, every single penny. Every penny. This has saved my hair when it's been like damaged beyond recognition, to be honest. So basically, you can use this, it says 2 to 3 times a week. I only use it once every now and again because my hair's not really damaged, but obviously if your hair's been bleached to death, then you can use it 2 to 3 times a week, and you put it on your scalp to your ends until it's fully saturated. You leave it on for a minimum of 10 minutes, longer if desired. This actually, I believe, stops working after 45 minutes, so you don't really need to sleep in it. Some people do, and that's fine, but it won't do any more good to your hair after 45 minutes. So I tend to do this when I'm just doing some house chores before I'm about to wash my hair. I also put a cap on to keep this wet, because otherwise it does dry out, and it stops working as well if it does start to dry out. So I put like a shower cap on. You can get disposable ones like I spoke about earlier. I love them, and yeah, just do your thing for 45 minutes, wash it out, and then shampoo and condition your hair. Deep conditioning mask after that if you want, and get on with your day. The next 2 products are also OLAPLEX. I don't like all of the OLAPLEX products. There's a few that I really love that I use. The next one I use is the number 6. This is the bond smoother. You put this in your hair when your hair is damp after you've washed it, and it's amazing. It's a styling cream basically, and it repairs your hair at the same time. You need a very small amount, not a lot, and it says that it strengthens, nourishes and moisturises your hair, speeds up blow dry time while smoothing, reduces frizz and flyaways for up to 72 hours. My hair's super frizzy, to be honest. It's naturally quite curly, so I don't know if you guys can see. I will straighten my hair so much and it will still never really stay 100% straight, so this definitely helps to keep it a little bit less frizzy. So yeah, highly recommend this bond smoother. I tried this at my friend's house because he's a hairdresser. I wasn't blown away because they do a shampoo and conditioner. I wasn't blown away by those. I wouldn't really use them, but this I really liked. So the next product I'm going to talk about is the number 7, which is the bonding oil. This is amazing as well, really nice. I also like the Moroccan argan oil. They're my 2 favourite oils that I've ever used. And I also mix these 2 together, and they work really nicely together. If you mix the oil and this together in your hand, mush them around, tip of the day. So next I'm going to talk about another product that I love. It's a serum. If you don't want to use the OLAPLEX one, this is amazing. Now this is also for damaged hair. You don't have to have damaged hair. You can use it in your hair normally and it will still be great, but I used this a lot when my hair was blonde and it was on its last legs, and it really helped. And that's the Kérastase serum, and this is for erosion level 3 to 4. So your hair's, it's normally for hair that's quite damaged. It's a dual treatment fibre quality renewal care for extremely damaged lengths and ends, erosion level 3 to 4. And yeah, it's just so nice. It really makes your hair feel so soft, and it sort of brings your hair back to life. I really recommend this. It's weird because it's got 2 different sides to it, and they kind of merge into one when you pump it out, and then you just mix it up in your hand, put it in your hair. You don't need a lot. It lasts a really long time. Highly recommend. So lastly, for hair products, I'm going to show you 2 heat protections that I really like. This one is the Redken Extreme Play Safe. I love Redken, as I've said already. This is one you can put in your hair when it's damp, and it protects your hair up to 230 degrees. So it's good because obviously it works at a very high temperature. Some of them don't work to that high of a temperature, so they're not as good to use in your hair because it's not going to protect your hair as much as, say, this would. The next one I'm going to recommend is for putting in your hair when your hair's already dry, and that's the Joico Ironclad. I've bought this so many times. It's my favourite. It's just a dry spray in a spray bottle. Love that. I've got barely any left. Need to get another one. And then lastly, I'm going to talk about what I use to style my hair. So I use the GHD Hair Dryer. I love that. I've had my second one now because my first one, yeah, I lost the back of it actually, and it nearly set on fire. So I had to buy another one of those. I also use GHDs to straighten my hair. I really like GHDs. I've never used anything other than those, to be honest. I've never liked any other straighteners enough to change from GHD. I then use the Cloud9 styling wand. I will list all of these things that I'm talking about below. It would probably take me forever to bring them all in here because I use a few different things, so I don't really want to bring them here and show you them because I will have like a pile of them. But yeah, I use a Cloud9 wand. It's a big barrel styling wand. As I say, I'll list it in the description below if you want to check it out. It's good if you've got long hair, and this is what I've used today, so you can see. What's it? And it gets this kind of like bouncy blow dry kind of look. I also use the GHD styling wand, which is one where it kind of clamps and then you curl it, so you roll it up. whereas the styling one, the Cloud9 one, is just one that you kind of wrap around. So they're two kind of different ones, and they give a slightly different finish. But I always tend to go back to the Cloud9 one just because it takes less time to use because the barrel is bigger. The GHD one is a smaller barrel, and yeah, it takes me a lot longer to do all of my hair with it. So I tend to sway to the Cloud9 a little bit more because my hair takes so long, guys, to just dry and style anyway. It takes me so long. It takes me probably 15-20 minutes to dry it, and then I'll straighten it first because it's quite naturally curly, and then I'll put that over the top at the end, like curl it over the top of that, curl it over the top of straightening it, which is bad. It's bad for your hair. But considering how much damage heat damage I do to my hair, like, it is good condition, as you can see, and that is from using all of the products that I have showed you today. So I think that's pretty much everything that I needed to talk about in regards to my hair. I also wanted to let you guys know that, as I said, my hair is extensions. I go to Amersham to have my hair done if any of you are interested in having extensions done. Obviously, we're going into a second lockdown, so it won't be till after then. But I go to Arabella Rose in Amersham. I've been going there for years now. They are the best place ever for hair extensions. You can't even tell that I have them in, to be honest. And they've just really helped my hair continue to grow whilst I've had them in. And they just, honestly, like, they've lasted so long. They'll last 6 months. Like, I've had these in for 6 months, sorry, but they'll last like a year or even longer than that because the hair quality is just so incredible. It's so amazing. I keep using it, refitting it, and then just trimming it, and they've just been in my hair. I think this is the 3rd time now I've had these ones refitted, and they look brand new still. So just in case you guys were wondering, these are actually a micro bead kind of method. So they basically feed the hair through and then just clamp it down. No heat damage or anything like that. And yeah, when they come out, you just shed as normal. You lose a bit of your own hair that you would naturally use anyway. But yeah, I think now that's everything that I wanted to talk about in regards to hair. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and follow me if you're not already, and let me know what you thought about the video. And if you want to know anything else, I'll try and do my best to get back to all of your comments if you want to ask me any questions, for example. And as I said, I will list everything that I've shown you today in the description below. I love you guys, and thank you for watching. And thank you for watching for all of this time if you've made it to the end. You're troopers. Mwah.